Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment, Sell Rules, week number 49, ending March 15, 2019. I'm sharing my stock journey as I practice and develop my sell rules. This isn't an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I've bought, nor an endorsement to purchase stocks in general. I'm just allowing you to follow along my stock journey. If you've been watching my series, you've seen my basic premise. If you haven't seen it, you can pause and read through it. The same with my sell rules. These are the same as last week, so if you haven't seen these, you can pause and read through them. 5 days ago, at the end of week 48, the S&P had closed below the 200-day moving average, which is the white line, and it looked like the market was going to be going into a correction. But then we had 4 out of 5 up days in week 49, and the S&P did close above the area that I identified as resistance at 2817. I've identified 2 new points of resistance that I want to see the S&P close above. The first one is at 2862, and the next one I want to see it close above is 2912. The volatility index is closed the week 49 at 1288. It's well below the yellow mark of 16 that I like to see the VIX trading below. On this one, the volatility index, the lower the better. I did purchase 9 stocks this week. I bought one on Monday, WorldPay. I bought several on Wednesday that I had been in, got stopped out, and I wanted to get back into them. And then I bought one on Thursday and one on Friday. This is the current holding bar chart for the stocks that I've just held for 1 week that I purchased. So stocks that are from 1 to 5 days old. The light gray line at 9,200 is where I cut my losses. That's 8% below the $10,000 amount that I try and purchase of each stock. And that's at the dash black line. Some stocks, because they're such a high price, like Netflix is like $300 a share, I may not have been able to get super close to 10,000, but I get as close as I can to without going over. And I've numbered them in order of the worst performer to the best performer. So FTNT is my worst performer at number 1, and WWE for the week is the best performer. This is of the stocks that I just purchased this week, so I've only held them between 1 and 5 days. FTNT, I purchased this on March 13th. I've held it for 3 days and it's down 1%. I have my floor at that yellow mark, that 8% below my purchase price. The green line with that little orange box through it is where the price that I purchased the stock at. On some charts, I was using a dash green line, but I decided I'm going to use a solid green line to indicate my purchase price. The number 1 and the dash purple line is the ideal buy point, the pivot point, and I actually purchased this stock a little bit early. The cup with handle, I'm showing with number 2. It's that dash yellow line. And then when it comes down over on the right hand side, that's the handle. So it started to go up from there and I decided to purchase it. I may have bought it a little too early, but time will tell. It did have a nice relative strength of 91, a composite rating of 99. Stock Doc gave it an A, and it's number 7 on the IBD 50 list. CyberArk, I had owned this stock before and got stopped out, so I decided to purchase it again. It's down just slightly, 0.3% in the 3 days that I've held it, and I do have that floor at the 8%. Netflix, this is basically flat. I've held it for 3 days, and I do have my floor at the 8% below the purchase price. This one had a nice consolidation for like 2 months, just basically going sideways. So I'm hoping this stock is going to finally break out. And you can see at number 1, the 50-day crossed above the 200-day moving average. This stock has a relative strength of 88 and a composite rating of 91 and a stock doc of C. I purchased the stock with symbol BOLD, BOLD, on 315. I've just held it the one day and it's up 0.4%. I do have the floor at 8% below the purchase price. I like this chart. It's a cut pattern. Can you spot it? I also liked down at number 1, the volume. It had 13 of the 15 last days are up, and it has several days that are above average volume. It's in a strong group, so I'm hoping it moves up with the group, but it's not the best Can Slim stock. It does have relative strength of 89, a composite rating of 59, which is terrible, and Stock Doc gave it an E. Chegg. I've held this stock for 3 days and it's up 0.5%. I did raise the floor up to the 28-day exponential moving average. I held this stock before I purchased it where that number 1 is, and then I got stopped out at that number 2. So it's performed well since I got stopped out and I wanted to get back in. It does have 5 of the last 7 days up. It has a relative strength of 97, a composite rating of 98, and stock doc of A-. Keys, I've held this stock for 3 days and it's up 0.8%. And I did raise my floor up to the 28-day exponential moving average. I had held this stock before in my husband's account and did well and got stopped out, but it's had a 3-week tight pattern there where the stock hasn't fluctuated much for the past 3 weeks, and I wanted to buy it again. It has a relative strength of 96 and a composite rating of 98, and stock doc is an A. WP, I purchased this on 3/11 on Monday of week 49. I've held it for 5 days and it's up 1%. And I did raise my floor up to that 28-day exponential moving average. I like the chart. It, to me, looks like it's in a cup with handle pattern. And number 1 is showing that it had a big gap up in volume corresponding to number 2. You can see the price by number 2 was lower and then it gapped up to number 3. And then we also had a big volume day on number 4. So 5 of the 7 last days were up, 2 of them on huge volume. This stock does have a relative strength of 88 and a composite rating of 92, but the stock doc gave it an E. Tandem. I've owned the stock before and made almost 400% in it, and then I've held it 2 other times and lost, I think, around 8% twice. But it looked like it was breaking out again to me, and I wanted to buy it again. 12 of these last 15 days are up, and they had increased volume. The relative strength on this stock is 99 and composite rating is 97. Stock doc is an A-. WWE, this is the best performing stock that I purchased this week. I've held it 3 days and it's up 4. And I did raise the floor up to that 28-day exponential moving average. This stock was in a proper pivot point and it did have 5 of the last 7 days up. And it is a cup with handle pattern. Hope you're able to start spotting those patterns. It has a relative strength of 97, a composite rating of 99, stock doc A-, and this was in the IBD newspaper under the stock spotlight. My cash balance at the end of week 49 is $12,362. Here's the bar chart for the holdings that I've held for more than a week. ADP recovered nicely from last week. I thought that it was going to trigger a sell rule, but it did not, and it had a nice gain of $400 or 4%. And CTRE also continued to go up. This is the dollar value of my gains, and I sort it with my losers on the top. So you can see I have 2 stocks that I have lost money on, FTNT and CYBR, and the stock at the bottom that I have the most gain in is 874, CTRE. Not really a impressive gain for having it for as long as I have. Here's the percentage change, sorted again with the losers on top. So 2 stocks were down for the week. Since I purchased them, it's actually not for the whole week, it's since I purchased them. So those are my 2 losing stocks. And then ADP, you can see down at the bottom, was up 4% this week, and WWE was up 3.9%. The idea here is if I take care of my losers, that my winners will take care of themselves. Each box here represents a week. So you can see that CTRE I've held for 7 weeks, and ADP I've held for 5 weeks. All the rest I've only held for 1 week. I'm going to review the charts for the stocks that I've held for more than 1 week. This is the ADP chart. I've held it for 24 days and it's up 5%, and I did raise my floor to the 28-day exponential moving average where that dash yellow line is. It's above the dash green line, which is where I purchased it. So if this does trigger a sell rule, at least I'll have a small amount of profit. And CTRE, I've held for 33 days. It's up 9%. And I did raise my floor up to that 13-day simple moving average. I think if it breaks below that, it's lost its momentum and it will be time to get out of the stock. The industry breakdown for week 49 looks quite a bit different than it does from the week before. Down at the bottom is my week 48 holdings, where I only had 2 positions in real estate and business services, and now you can see I have quite a diverse portfolio. The weekly tracker ending week 49 is showing that I haven't held stocks that long. So on the right hand side, it's showing you the average days of my gains and my losses, and on the left hand side, it's showing you my average gain and my average loss. So you can see those numbers are quite low, but I haven't held the stocks that long. In the middle, it's showing you my largest gain is $874, and the max days for the gains, I've held one for 33 days, and I don't think that having a gain of a little over 8% in 33 days is going to get my portfolio where I want it to be. You can see up on January 25th, I had my largest gain was 2,444, so 24%, and I had held that stock for 35 days. So I really want to see these stocks that I'm owning moving up faster than than that one that I've held for 33 days has done. Weekly tracker for the sold positions shows I did not sell any stocks this week. And at the end of week 49, my portfolio is up 23.8%, 23,852 versus 6,256 for the S&P for the same 49-week time period. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell if you want an alert when I post a new episode.